Here for the third evaluation race on the Monday splits. We have a second live stream going on as well, but we want you all in here. Beside me tonight is Connor McDonough, the 7-time champion.
Yeah, good evening everyone. It's good to be back yet again for another evaluation race, but this time with Jerry Zupai, Cam. So yeah, F1, F2, so F3 drivers tonight, so should be quite juicy.
Big C, I think you can't get enough of these live streams at the moment. You're a man that's committing your future to commentary. You're just loving it every moment. How's it been for you?
Yeah, it's been good fun. There's been a lot of naive driving, to say the least. But, you know, it's been a good fun, good laugh. You know, it's a bit more casual than real races. But, yeah, it is what it is.
They're all starting to pile and we've already got 2 comments, 4 people. Before I get the little invite, I'm going to pop to the toilet. And Big C can give you his race rundown.
Yeah, well, obviously now I'm just inviting people to the lobby. So we're just getting through those invitations. I'll get the stream up in a minute so I can see the comments because I've not got it up just yet. PSGL. VSR Marquee C's. This is Lobby 1. Yeah, I will change the title in a minute. This is Lobby 1, but we'll change the title in a second as I just begin to dish out these invitations. But I'll change the title of the stream in a sec. Okay, who are we got? TTG Jack. Yeah, so hello everyone. Yeah, I'll change the title, but I must invite people and thank you, Spag and Chips. Hello, Neon. Hello, hello, hello. So next up is AMS. Kurt, the FP admin.
AMS?
Yeah, let's invite AMS to the lobby, mate.
Oh, right, yeah. Let me get myself in here. Oh, I can't get in. I haven't got an invite, which is...
Yeah, it's because I've got so many friends on PS4.
A man with 7 titles must have 7 times 20 friends. So...
Alright.
A lobby that's very full.
Gamer. The Gamer Paco. Got Lewis is there. LR Sparks.
While we're at it, I'll show you my wheel settings.
People want to see the camera settings, Cam.
No, they're not getting anywhere near the camera settings.
That was scrounging from.
And Lewis and Louis and too many men.
Everyone's got an invite except from Frizzo, Lee.
He was in Thingamabop.
So the other lobby is about to begin, but I'll just quickly edit the stream tile once I've got Lee and Lawman's invited.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lee Finley and LR Lawmans. That means everyone would have been invited, but no Louis, Abby, or Rafa tonight, who are all meant to be in this lobby. That's why we've got VSR Marquee C's in. So yeah, I'll just quickly edit the title of the streams. So I can...
Do you know what? Why haven't they attended? They put their name down and they don't attend.
Yeah, no, things came up, Cam. And Cam, can you tweet out the links? Can you just tweet them out, please?
Yeah, let me... Oh!
Type PSGL.
You want a few more views, do ya? Let's see what I can do. So we've got Gamer in the Ferrari. I'm trying to see who I want to be looking at for tonight. A person that's going to catch my eye. It's the Gaming Paco. I want to see how that man does. Let me... Big C, I already did a tweet. Is one not enough?
Yeah, well, I mean, have you actually got the link?
Let me get the link. Three Scotsmen's in the lobby.
Okay. Got some good viewers coming in. So let's find it. The live. So what? 15, right? 14, right? Everyone's got an invite, so they can fucking join already.
Alright, this is meant to be Peggy free.
Let's find my live stream. I don't know if the other live stream's up yet, but I can't.
Good, keep it down.
Oh, it is up. It is up. The both are up. So I'm just going to edit the titles.
Both on the PSGL channel?
PSGL evaluation. Yeah. Both are up.
Yeah, both on... Or is it on Thingy's private channel?
Yeah, shut up. They're both on.
Okay.
Just shut up and start commentating.
Right. We have an enthralling race in front of us. We have Gamer Lewis. A lot of hype around this kid right now. The guy that just finished his GCSEs, fresh out of school. He has gone from F4, which at the moment could be on pace for an F2, F1 spot. He's transferred from assists to now he's running no ABS. I think he's still running the line. He's looking very good. Raikkonen, you never know what's happening with that man on track. Leon, a very consistent driver over the last few seasons. TTG Poe, the man that loves a bit of F2. Marquezes, I don't even know what to say about that man. I've just had enough. A bit of AMS, that man fighting for his career, struggling to adapt to the game. It'll be interesting to see how he does. Chiff Chaff won the social race around Austria. Could be another win today. Lee Finley, I think he's back on the pad after his horrendous season, it's got to be said, on the wheel in PSGL, trying to get his name back in the headlines. Sparks, I don't have a clue who you are. The Gaming Paco, the man that looked good last season in F2. Another man, I don't know who you are. TTG Jack, Lambo's brother, Lawman's, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, well, obviously, Cam, you don't really know everyone here.
No.
So let's just go through it with my expertise. So yeah, F1 Gamer finished second in season 21 F1. LR Lewis second in F4 in season 22. Then Raikkonen banned 3 times on PSGL. Leon 5th in the championship in season 22. TCG Pope finished 3rd last season F2. VSL Marquis. He's one of the big names of the league. You know, bit of a dirty driver, but on his day, Bliss doing really quick. MS FP admin, new league director Chiff Chaff. Raikkonen banned several times, but to be fair to him, he's turned a new leaf. Looked very impressive. Lee Finley, there's not much to say about Lee Finley, but he did some great chicken noises at our spot. did well in F3 last season, and to be fair to him, he'd be an F2 minimum. Game of Acco runner-up last season to Jason Dex. Frizzo, memorable for crashing out, celebrating on F1 2017, his win in Australia, but crashed out just before the line, trying to celebrate. Then TCG Jack finished in the top 10 last season F1. Brother of Lambo. Then Lawman's not too sure about him. Compton, Scatter, former Mayhem Madness. And finally, Decky is trying to beat Kari to a PRL title. So, yeah. Some big names, Cameron. Some big names.
Yeah, some very, very big names.
And to be honest, I don't know who we are missing. We're missing someone. But I don't know who.
Was it not 16 on the list, no?
Yeah, we got 16. Yeah, we got 16. Let's go. Let's go.
We're about to get underway here in Belgium. Trying to think the whole time what that forest is called, to be honest, because I've got a good line for it coming up, but I just can't think.
I was checking this options. Did he ban the assists? He did ban the assists. What on man, game of the best. And yeah, good to go, Cam. Everything looks set up, which is good.
The link has been posted. You can feel free to get your retweets. Let's just have a quick look at the chat. Well, this is lobby 1. Oh, it's already been said. Hey Connor, they all want to see you, Connor. None of me.
Yeah.
A bit of Kerr.
Ooh.
Thank you, Kerr.
Thank you, Kurt. So yeah, both live streams are on the channel. So all you've got to do is click home on the channel, and it's the one with the lesser amount of views. I do need to edit I've accidentally called them both the same thing, so let me just edit that now.
See, this is why I didn't want to stream the second lobby, because this one would get all the views.
We did go up first, so that's probably why. So lobby 2. I do Roman numerals because it looks better. So yeah, lobby 2 is up. So yeah, here we go, Cam.
So obviously, why is there cars on the grid? Are you seeing that?
Did he not put qualifying on?
I'm not too sure.
No, he did. No, he did
Are
put
you
qualifying on.
are you seeing the cars on the grid?
Yeah. Same. But he put qualifying on though.
I hope so.
But he did. No, we're gonna have to restart, I think.
Wait, no, it might just be a glitch. I hope so. Session starting in 17. Wait, what? No, this retake, rewind. Oh.
Yeah, it's a glitch.
Lights out and away with it.
Yeah, but qualifying was on, so.
Yeah, no, I just looked back and it was.
Yeah. Well, it's only 8 o'clock, so we can.
Yeah.
What? What's going on?
Gamers are. Oh, what?
Yeah, all retire. Yeah, we'll be making a new lobby.
That man gamer, the best, can't do anything right.
Yeah, qualifying was on.
Yeah.
So very strange. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Don't all go to lobby 2. Well, you should support the other stream. Well, with.
I'm going to lobby 2.
Same.
Oh.
But yeah, we'll just get Gamer to make the new lobby. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna get lobby. Get everyone go into lobby 2, guys. We're gonna put it in the stream chat. Show some support for the other stream. There you go.
People are getting a bit confused, I think. Kura just put in the chat "all retire?" question mark in the wrong stream. Yeah, let's get in the other lobby.
Yeah, it happened the other night to Throme, so yeah, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, support the other stream because Francis is on pole provisionally.
Yeah,
a 43-0 banker for Fran. What do you think about that?
It's that man. He can have pace on his day, but I think he is a little bit of a quali merchant. So he needs to be able to show that he can deliver in the race as well. Not only is his pace maybe not as good in the race, I think he loses it a little bit. A bit of a hothead.
Yeah. So hopefully this time there's no issues. And Gamer, I hope you reset your game.
Lambo and Will look to be tying in the other lobby, so no.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna invite everyone. And guys, can people invite each other? Invite each other, so it's quicker. Thanks. I will as well. Because invite whoever you know is in the lobby, because it's just quicker for me. There's no list. It's just effort. So Marky C.
Throne just put in the other chat. Is that Cam? Wrong chat.
Yeah, Cameron Anderson.
Who knows? Who knows? Let's get this lobby filled up because I've got Love Island to watch.
Yeah, on ITV Hub. Come on in. Yeah, Cam, can you start inviting people, please?
Sorry. Who am I inviting? Right, no, not Ash Best. Leaf it. Yeah, okay. LR Lewis, Lawmans, Onyx. No, he's the other lobby. TTG Ollie? I've invited 4 people, there you go.
No, that's good. Saves me doing it.
I got a bit of Lawmans in my body.
TTG. Poe. Sorry about this, guys. A few technical difficulties as usual with the F1 games.
Yeah. Good old F1 games. They're starting to fill in. The bodies are starting to appear.
I'm gonna keep. What's the numbers up?
We've got 9. Obviously, it says 10, but you're not in spectator cam.
Yeah. Did you invite? You invited Lee, so Decky.
Yeah, Lee's
Decky here.
No.
Decky.
TTG Jack's now here.
Rakinen. Is he here?
No.
I think it's just him and Sparks.
No, there must be more than that. We had
I've invited
16.
more. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Oh yeah, and Leon. Leon.
Yeah, they're starting to fill up a little bit. I think maybe
Yeah, Leon,
2 or 3 more need to come in. Yeah, Leon's in.
Yeah.
It's 3, I think. When you get in your spot. 2 now.
Okay, I think I've done everyone.
Decky. I think 2 more. I don't know. Ashbest has just gone pole in the other lobby with a 0.8.
Yeah, I have Sparks, you bon.
Oh, here's the gaming Paco.
So Sparks, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Francis comes across the line to take pole with a point. I don't even, another 0.8. Takes Ash off the top step for the moment.
And good to see the other lobby's got good views now, Cam. Evenly distributed views.
Yeah, exactly. But as soon as we
I've
start,
invited you,
we'll be
Spot.
getting we'll be getting them back. Yeah, where is this man? It's only so long we can wait. Give him till like 10 past.
Yeah.
There he is. My
Good,
man
let's get this-
Sparks.
Let's get this show on the road, as
Exactly.
they say. So we have some very strong times in the lobby. KB and the Brandon Glover looking very good. And Maxi Luca. Good old Maxi.
Yeah, Lickle's just done a 43.1. Let's get this show on the way.
Let's try again.
Hopefully with no... Imagine if they're on the grid again.
This game we're the best doing issues.
Yeah, get that man out of the league, is what I say.
Mhm.
Where's Sam Bam? No sign
In the
of
other lobby.
Sam Bam. Is he? What's his name? Oh, his name's Sam Bam. A misery is lap. Right, let's focus on R1. Let me post the stream link in the other chat. There we go. So, Big C, what are you expecting from today's race?
Well, I'm expecting fireworks, Cam. Hopefully less naivety than previous nights, because last night's race was one of the worst races that I've ever seen in my entire life in terms of racecraft and in terms of naive behaviour. But I mean, we've got some top drivers, we've got some top talent. The future of PSGL is in good hands. And obviously, Cam, you know, you'll be eyeing up the opposition, I guess. Obviously, you did your race on Saturday night and did very well.
Yeah, well, looking at the previous 2 streams, to be honest, there was really no clear battles at the front, and obviously these people are now all looking to be within F1, F2, F3, so it's going to be a very close grid. But I don't know if they're going to be really looking to battle. Do they have a point to prove battling people, or do they just want to finish in the best time possible and prove in their worth?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. I think if you can beat a driver like Gamer or Marquises or Lee Finley, who's been very impressive in practice, then it looks good on the old record. But ultimately, it's about lap times, your race director, and obviously your race time ultimately. But obviously, there's context behind that. If you're battling, then obviously your race time's going to be slower than a guy who had free air for the whole 22 laps, like yourself and Blizzard on Saturday.
A bit of respect due for the man that finished 1/10 off the reigning champion. But what can I say? Some people don't have it in their locker. Blizzard, a PSGL F1 champion, and myself, a PSGL FP champion.
Exactly. So a lot of cars taken to the circuit. Soft to hard is the strategy if you're inside the top 10, but if you're outside the top 10, a fair set of softs mean you can go into the medium tyre. You can start at the mediums and go to the softs. So starting out 11th is good for your race, but obviously, you know, second at 42 in qualifying certainly is eye-catching and what would sort of expect.
Yeah, exactly that. Just trying to look around the grid, and I think Lawmans is going to be the first guy to set a lap in the Toro Rosso. Just going through Oh, what is it? He's just coming to the end of Sector 2.
Lovely, lovely. So yeah, Lawman's, I believe he was in F2 very briefly, but yeah, F2 is a difficult league, Cam, as you know, in terms of dirty driving. So I think that's probably the league he'd be looking to get into, but this is the F1 shootout after all. Only the racing line has been enabled for this session. You know, it's history in the making for PSGL. You know, it's a landmark day.
Yeah, exactly that, Big C. A few people actually struggling to get to grips with the ABS being turned off, asking a few drivers. They aren't just used to it. A few more lockups and people kind of being hurt by the rear lockings of the tyre wear, but they've got to adapt now. They've got to show what they've got. The game's been out for a little while now, and they've had enough time to adapt.
Yeah, they certainly have. So you're on board with Lawman's, I hope, because he's just tackled La Source very beautifully, very steadily, no lock up, nice and smooth. And that's the key on this game compared to previous games, especially F1 2016 and F1 2017 with the high ballast. You could slide around corners and gain time by short shifting. But on this game, it's about being smooth, it's about being more realistic, and I think Lawman's in a decent turn one there for the first time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've seen a lot of top drivers starting to kind of like short shift a little bit more. I don't know if that's something that the game could really like ensure that you have to do to be quick, but Lawman's did. I don't think his lap's been invalidated. Has it?
No, I checked the race started, so that has, so it's probably best we move on to someone else who I think Leon looks furthest on his lap in the McLaren.
Yeah, Leon, a top driver, didn't have the best of seasons on last game when it came to the first season on the game, so hopefully he can turn that around, extending No Name quite a lot, but I know from experience that doesn't give you any kind of invalidation, so that might have though. Nope, he's still carrying on.
I'll check the race director, and it's been invalidated, but he did do a very poor first sector, so maybe who's the best to look at?
Don't know.
Maybe Lee Finley? Or no, Marquis is in the middle sector. So Odem's in the Red Bull, I think, you know, coming through these section. Aaron used to call it the VJ Mania section for some reason. So yeah, Ken Odem. very quick on his day, but yet to win in the top tier.
Yeah, no, he's promised so much. I remember myself in, I think it was Bahrain, he was really battling at the front, but he's just a bit of an inconsistent driver when it comes to getting results. He's very quick on his day and could challenge people like Blizzard, but sometimes the results just don't come to him.
Yeah, that is very true. So what can Odems do? Renowned for his great qualifying laps. Could this man get straight into the 142s round Spa? It's not one of his best tracks, but he will be confident, and he's a 43.0 to start things off. So a very good lap time there from Odems. A good benchmark as the track will continue to ramp up.
Yeah, very much so. AMS struggling, 44.0.
Yeah.
Lewis as well, as I said before.
Ooh.
Jeez, Lee Finley, the man that loves those chicken noises, has really pulled one out of the bag there. A very quick time, and that, if he keeps on improving like that, he could really, I think he could beat Blizzard's lap from Saturday, to be honest.
Yep, so alias Decky and Poe swap into 4th and 3rd respectively, with TTG Jack, formerly TTG Screezy, P5 with Lewis in P6 ahead of AMS. So a few lap times still to come from the likes of Gamer and Shift Shaft and Leon, but a very strong effort from Lee Finley.
Yeah, exactly that, Big C. Do you know if there's any which are new drivers to the grid that we kind of need to look out for? Obviously a lot of these names we already know, but yeah, any new faces, Big C?
There's no one new. I mean, obviously, you know, Compton Scapto used to race in AOI F1 back in season 12. I think he could be a bit rusty when it comes to the game, but I think Decky certainly will be interesting to see what he can do. You know, he was really quick on F1 2017, obviously challenging beating Kari to the PRI title, you know, beating Michelangelo regularly. So I think Decky could be one to watch, and of course, you know, there's other names. Cliff Gaff, you know, Falcon gets a lot of criticism, but I think this man has got a lot of speed, a lot of talent. You know, he's only 15 and he's been around so long. So I think Falcon, Cliff Gaff, you know, I think he could be a bit of a dark horse today, and obviously maybe if he gets into F1 he could be finally getting a few podiums, maybe even a victory. So yeah, I think Shift Shaft certainly will be one to watch.
Yeah, a bit of a stale Dale period at the moment. Everyone going back into the pit lane, except from one man. Frizz, well, I don't know, the Renault is on his outlap.
Stoke. Yeah, he's not really a guy in contention for F1 F2. He's probably going to be in F4 or F5, but he used to race, I believe, in F3 on F1 2017. So, he's just here because he uses Augusta Racing Line. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he can do, and it's obviously a good opportunity. He's probably going to have a bit of clear air, so he can just enjoy his race and pick up the pieces and maybe get a big scalp. You know, like in an FA Cup third round tie against a big Premier League side. So it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
And just an update on the other lobby. It was Jay who took pole on a 42.7 with Francis on a 42.7 as well in second. KB third on a 42.8 with Onyx on a 42.8 as well. Ash Best also on a 42.8 in fifth. So the times in the other lobby were fantastic, Cam. What did you do in your race?
I did a .8 as well, so
You would have been right up there.
Yeah, I'm happy.
P10 was Sam Bam Kid on a 43.3. So that lobby, very juicy indeed. Very competitive compared to, well, so far. But Lee Finley is 1,000 slower than Jay's time. So interesting scenes.
Yeah, exactly that. Big C, I remember you saying you didn't get in the 42s when you did a few laps, so it would be even juicier. I think Gamer Paco, I've seen this man's on the hards at the moment, and I think he could be maybe going for a bit of a strategic play here and starting on the mediums. What do you think, Big C?
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, obviously, I think race times is what matters most, and starting with a set of mediums ultimately could be the way to go. Ultimately, you know, it's all about times. Not quality times look good, but it's the race director, which is what I look heavily into after Love Island.
Exactly that. AMS giving the Renault of F4/F5 pace a little bit of a toe in the first sector, but he does look a bit naive going into corners. He's not really chucking the car in as of such, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. Hopefully he's not on the back row, but yeah, another man, I think Sparks might be on a lap.
Yeah, LR Sparks. He was very impressive in F3, joined mid-season, so Sparks certainly will be looking to join F2, but you know, tonight is the night where you can make your dreams come true and get yourself a spot in the top tier of PSGL, which PSGL continues to grow and grow, get better drivers, bigger and better. So what can LR Sparks do through no name? Very smooth, very assured, as this yellow flags in the sector, which is not a surprise because this poo on corner, very easy to spin the car cam.
Yeah, exactly that. I believe you span it in another league, TTG. I remember seeing a few months back, so even the best of the best could really mess that corner up, and I'm pretty sure if you ask every driver, they have spanned there once. Sparks now coming towards the end of his lap, flat out, as he goes to finish the mini straight. I don't know where he's going to put himself on this field at the moment. I think as long as he gets between the gap of 5th and 6th, I think it could be quite a respectable lap time for him.
Yep, certainly so. So into double stop chicane, easy to lock up the car, but no, Sparks very smooth, and it's good to see these ABS users really enjoying this circuit. So what can Sparks do in the Force India at the racing point? And it's what a lap, a 43.0 cam. Bit of a surprise there.
Yeah, no, I was quite surprised as well. I hadn't looked at the sex times or anything, so it was just a pure guess. But obviously the track's kind of ramped up a little bit since the other drivers have done their laps. So we'll have to see what people do after their laps now, and then see how the field plays itself out as Chiff Chaff starts his lap, I believe.
Yeah,
no.
Well, Lawman's is in, Cliff Chaff goes 6th on a 43.5, a little bit disappointing there, but Raikkonen is in the final sector camp, as is Lawman. So Lawman's will be first of the Toro Rossos to set a qualifying lap on the softs. Both guys yet to set a time.
Yep, coming into the final chicane, braking at the 100 metre board, chucking the car in second gear, then probably first. Is he going to use it? Yes, he is. Short shift on exit, up to the line. What's it going to be for Lawman's? Goes 8th place. Now we have to chuck our way down. Ooh, Raikkonen's gone up to 6th. A respectable lap time from him, but obviously not topping the timing sheets at the moment, and no one is anywhere near Lee Finley at the moment. 2.5 tenths at the top.
Yeah, swinging from Lee Finley, and AMS is next up, currently in P12, 4 seconds up in the middle sector split cam. So AMS will be looking to get into that top 10 areas. Relatively close, but we've still got another run to come from the likes of Lee Finley, Mark Easties, and obviously everyone else.
Yeah.
At the end of the section.
He didn't say he was struggling with the ABS, but I saw no sign of a lock up there as he comes up to the line, and he then goes P10. Really didn't improve. If anything, he lost a few tenths in the final sector.
Yeah, I think he did, Cam. He did indeed. TC Jack next up in the Haas. Another guy who was really used to ABS, and he's 2 tenths up. But yeah, Jack, one of those ABS users who perhaps will struggle just a tad.
Yeah, just a little bit. Lee Finley. Ooh, Marquezes has gone to the top of the timing sheets. Lee Finley's currently on a lap, so maybe he'll hit back in a minute.
Yeah, so who you on board with?
I'm on board with TTG Jack as he goes incredibly deep and bails out of his lap. I think Lee's close to finishing now. Yep, through the final chicane comes Lee Finley. Goes up to the line. Can he take pole back? He does. That man on another level at the moment.
Yeah, he can respond to Odem. So what can LR Lewis do in the Mercedes? And it's only a 43.8 for Lewis, so very disappointing, I guess, for Lewis. A very tricky track. And yeah, Lewis struggling a little bit for pace.
Yeah, speaking to him earlier in the week, he did say this was one of his best tracks on the game and really enjoyed it. So a little bit questionable from him. I've seen him with better pace, but yeah, it's all about the race. We'll have to see. Maybe he's messed up his 2 laps, but he did say he really enjoys the track. So we'll have to see how it goes for him.
Yeah, we will indeed. So, Gamer up to 3rd on a 42.8. My ex-teammate. Very decent up there from Gamer the best. Cam.
Yeah, very decent lap. Just, I think that's around what I set. So yeah, looking very good for Gamer. Obviously, he's been told that maybe his teammate wants the Ferrari, so he's in it tonight, giving it a go. And a 0.8 is quite respectable from him.
It is indeed. So yeah, Decky's next up in the Haas Ferrari, the black and gold car. What can he do? He's 3/10 up, but he might decide to pit because there isn't much time left. He just take a lot of curb there. Yeah, it looked like a corner cut there to me. So he does decide to bail out and pit. So I think everyone's going to be returning to the pit lane and getting a new set of boots on for the final runs. Cam.
Yeah, I mean, I did say before that Sparks, he needed to see how the times kind of developed, but he's still sitting pretty in P4, nearly in the 42s. So if he can just nudge his way in the 42s, he could be within the top 6, I think, here.
Yeah, I certainly agree, Cam. I think Sparks is probably the standout, maybe surprise of the session so far. I think we'll see more to come for the likes of Shift Jack and Decky. I think there's more
in the other
there.
lobby. Sam Bam is in the wall.
Oh, we saw yesterday, Cam, many drivers in the wall. And what corner did he lose it?
He lost it at the, I don't know what it's called, the tricky chicane at the end of Sector 1. Start of Sector 2. So yeah, that curb can really be causing a lot of issues. But Fran leads in the other lobby from KB and Jakesex.
Yeah, so for KB, you know, he's not league race for so long, and to be fair, to be back on the pace so quickly is very impressive. KB won the season 21 British Grand Prix, so yeah.
Do you see that man back in the top tier, Big C? Obviously, he's had a sabbatical away, and now maybe his head's just working a different way.
Yeah, I mean, never say no. This is what these races are for, Cam, for the likes of KB or even Sparks to lay down a mark and say to me and the other directors, I need to be in F1. I've got the pace, I've got the ability, and I think let's just see how the race develops, see their lap times, and obviously we'll announce the placements next Monday, Cam. This time next week, the placements will be out, the Twitter chats, the PSN chats will be going, buzzing. Yeah, so exactly. Exciting times.
I'll be driving home from Silverstone, looking on my phone at the service station, thinking, what tier am I in? And if you guys are heading to Silverstone, let us know. Come have a chat.
Exactly. Cam's a very charming young man, so you know, we'll make you very welcome. So.
Excuse me. Enough of that.
Hello to Abby Oden and Flying Frame, obviously enjoying the carnage in the other lobby, and PSGL is that sort of lobby. But you know, who can take pole car? I think it's going to be Leon Marquezes, but it's whoever just extracts that final bit of potential from their 2019 F1 car.
Yeah, exactly that. Obviously, Lee and Marquezes, I think, could be it for pole, as you just said. But interestingly, Decky and Paco, as I did probably say, are on the medium, so they are maybe thinking of the race time a bit more than getting the starting position. Leon, as well, his heart must be pumping right now because he's got one shot to make it count, and this could throw away his PSGL F1 career.
Yeah, Leon. He said he was really struggling around this track. It's not a track he enjoys too much. So, is anyone actually on a lap?
Chiff Chaff, I think.
Yeah, Chiff Chaff on board with Chiff Chaff, the young man from Chelsea in the Mercedes-Benz advisory Bottas fan. And to be fair, I think the amount of speed he took through Le Combe there was quite impressive. Well, I certainly can't do that.
No, yeah, it looks very good. His helmet really suits the Mercedes as well. I don't know if he's done that on purpose, but he is on a quick lap. He's going into no name. Try not to extend too much, and he's got a car in front of him, TTG Jack. Here he comes to Puon, 7th. He's going to do a little lift. Back in 7th. Oh, a bit of an extend. He's backed out. I'm sure he's backed out.
Bottled it, he bottled it.
Yep, I'm not too sure if he's going to have enough fuel in the car for another lap. We'll have to see. Decky's on a lap as well, obviously on the mediums, so if he's confident he can beat a 0.5 on the mediums, it could look very good for Decky.
Yep, it could indeed. Perhaps Decky knows something that we don't, but who else is on a lap, Cam? Who is on a lap?
Let me have a look. Decky, oh, he did do a bit of a cut there. Oh, someone's on the grass on their lap. The game Paco, Leon is going up a Rouge right now.
Yeah, well, take your pick, Cam, and we'll ride on board.
Let's go a bit with Leon. Obviously, this man, he's got a lot of weight on this lap. He can't throw it into every single corner as Decky retires. He maybe has to have a bit of caution. He just needs to get the lap in right now, and you can really tell that he's going at it a bit cautiously.
Yep. So yeah, Leon really struggling, and a little bit of a lock up there. But a lock up at that corner is not a big issue because the car still rotates. But that curve, it's not a curve you want to get on, and his lines aren't too aggressive. He's not making the most of all the track, I find. He's just not quite as short at the minute.
No, I agree, Big C. He's not really attacking the apexes, but would you be attacking the apexes when you don't have a time on the board with this amount of time to go? The checkered flag is now out. He does a little drift there. Leon coming towards the final sector. It's just sloppy from Leon.
And it's invalidated according to the race director.
He's still carrying on. I don't know if it's a little glitch, but he carries on anyway. He hasn't got many left to deal with. Just at 50%. Leon now will be thinking all about this, hitting the 100 meter board before breaking down into second gear as he does so. Slapping it into first for a second, very wide from Leon. Gets on the curb. It's a horrendous lap from the boy, and he goes P14.
Oh dear, it doesn't matter for him. Lee Finley's 3 tenths up in the middle sector, Cam. Let's just watch Lee Finley.
Let's appreciate this man, because at the moment he is going to take the current evaluation race record for qualifying away from Blizzard. Let's see if he can get into a 0.3. Would be incredibly impressive. He really hits the apex, attacks it incredibly. Down to first gear, a dirty short shift, like I said, up into third, comes across the line. Lee Finley, a 0.4. Marquisi's has backed off.
Yeah, Marquisi's is done and dusted. Is anyone? Raikkonen is slightly up. AMS as well, but I don't think anyone's going to challenge him in the top, guys.
No, yeah, I agree. I'm interested to see what Lewis does actually. He's not too far behind. Raikkonen comes into the final chicane now, keeps it in second gear unlike some other drivers. Across the line goes Raikkonen and he stays in P6. Lewis at the final chicane, the final man. F4 is his name. Where does he go? I don't know.
P11 I think. Yeah, P11 for Lewis there, so a bit he did say he was struggling for qualifying pace, but maybe the race will be better.
Yeah, maybe. He could be starting on a fresh set of the super softs, or the softs, or whatever they are, the red ones.
Yep, so take us through the result, Cameron.
Yeah, so we have that man Lee Finley on pole position from VSR Marquises. The F1 gamer is in third. Sparks with a very impressive qualifying in fourth. Poe in fifth. Raikkonen in sixth. Chiff Chaff in seventh. AMS in eighth. Ninth is Decky. Lawman's in 10th. And Lewis in P11 with the first set of new tyres. We have Jack in 12th. Paco 13th. 14th is Leon. Frista the 15th, Competent Scatter in 16th.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed my pronunciation
there. And that was just Frizzo's.
Yeah, exactly that. Just looking at the other stream now, they're all starting to pit, and I think it is Francis who's in a provisional P1, all going onto the hard compound tyres. Maybe Ash actually extending to go onto the mediums.
Yep, so lovely stuff. There was a few complaints about being a fuel glitch issue in qualifying, but I'm not too sure.
Really? What's
doesn't really matter. Fuel, you know when the fuel's running out because it starts flashing. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure what Jack's obviously got connection difficulties, so.
Maybe his brother's hacking the PlayStation. He doesn't want him in PSGL F1 with him again.
Well, Lambo's racing right now.
So there can't be major issues there unless he's kicked his brother's PlayStation over or something. But the cars are now on the grid the right time. Unlike the first time, they're ready. Going through the driver's mind, they'll be thinking about that little run down into turn 1 before they tackle Air Rouge.
Yep, and obviously, Cam, you know, you've got bad memories back in season 21 where you lost the car. You know, were you just taking it too quick? Were the tyres just the wrong temperature? You know, what happened?
For me personally, it must be one of the worst / funniest experiences in my PSGL career, but I don't know, I didn't have it in practice. I think I might have gone up to 8th gear and the tyres obviously weren't fresh out of the oven and the car just went and it had a massive domino effect. But Lee Finley, the man on pole position, did the exact same thing as me that day. So could he keep it out of the wall tonight?
Yeah, well, I think Lee Finley is a new man. He's a changed man. He looks faster, he looks better. As Odems is lagging for me. I don't know about you, Cam.
Yeah, he's a bit jippy. Let's hope that
very jippy.
Let's hope that stops, to be honest, before Lewis is on the mediums, we have Leon on the medium, Frizzo on the hards, and Scatter on the mediums as well. So like I said, the medium to hard is probably the quickest strategy to go for, but if I was him, he could go for a medium soft.
Yeah, and there's been a collision on the formation lap between Raikkonen and Chivchaf. Obviously, these guys have been banned, you know, more times than our fingers. So, yeah.
Hopefully they don't have any collisions on track. Because
Lawrence and Lewis as well.
Oh.
These are F1, F2 caliber drivers colliding on the formation lap. You know, what do you say about that?
Yeah, well, obviously a lot of tension between people because these people in this lobby that know that other people could be taking their spot in the top tier of PSGL F1. So all elbows will be out tonight because people want to prove a point and show why they want to be in the top tier of PSGL.
Yeah, very well said, Cam. So, unfortunately, TTG Jack's not being able to rejoin the lobby as Odems is lagging a bit, which is not ideal. But
stopped a bit for me, just a bit of weave. Oh no, on board is a bit horrendous. But yeah, I'm sure
if Odems had much sense, he could probably just let everyone through and back off by 20 seconds and just do some clear air lap times. You know, he could do that.
But that man isn't about that. As Gamer is now inside him, he will probably be having a lot of poo in his pants right now as he realises he's got to go next to Marquis. Oh, and he's gone.
Yeah, well, for the best, his connection is clearly not up to scratch, Cam.
Yeah, exactly that. It solves a lot of issues that could be in front of him and behind him because we don't want anybody being taken out. Here we have it then. Everyone lining up for 5 red lights for the start of the evaluation race. 5 red lights. Lee Finley will have a clean run down into turn 1 and obviously he leads. Gamer getting a pretty decent start but having to fend off from Sparks, who was a very impressive 4th, going up Eau Rouge. What could happen, Big C?
I don't know, but Lee Finley did mess up the source side with a little bit of oversteer, but he gets through cleanly. Marquis sees range in the second game and finally gets past. But yeah, so far so good. With a bit of side-by-side action further down, the AMS was back up from Drift Shaft. But everyone so far has made it up the hill very nicely.
Yep, Gamer tucking up into the slipstream of Lee Finley. He defends the inside. He looks to the outside. Does Gamer? He's got to brake very late if he's going to go around there. And he kind of backs out a little bit. Sparks puts his front wing in there. Gamer now just wants to settle down and follow Lee Finley around and hit him later on.
Yeah, I'm not sure who spun. And it's Frizzo's gone. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, there was a bit of contact as well between Raikkonen and Chivchaf. They're really going hammer and tongs, these two. I've just seen them hit each other twice in the space of 2 corners. So no love lost between the two, and this could be a very feisty battle.
Yeah, I think we need to remain on board with it, Cam, because and there's Poe. Yeah, Poe's had a good start as well to compare to him, but yeah, Chivchaf and Raikkonen, 2 of the most aggressive drivers in the business, and AMS, you know, very clean, the new director. So I think everyone just needs to keep their heads, because if you don't, you're not going to win F1.
Yeah, Gaming Paco on his soft compound tyres, gaining 4 positions off the start, and not really any other movers except from that. Lewis on the medium still in P11.
Yeah, so let's keep on board with AMS and Raikkonen. I don't know what the ERS is for Raikkonen for you, but there's nothing there. It must be a glitch.
Oh no, there's nothing there. He's used it all today.
He's deploying all of his electrical juices. And where's Cliffcraft? Cliffcraft's lost another place.
To Marquises, it said. Oh no, the Paco has got him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's the bullshit one for on Marquises, I guess.
Yeah. No, Paco's got past him.
No, but I mean, Raikkonen got a BS 5-second penalty.
Oh, did he?
Oh. Yeah.
Well,
Sparks
that won't
and
be looked at.
3/10. Sparks isn't using much air, so we'll forget about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Cliffcraft is really slow. I'm not sure if he's got an issue.
He's on. Yeah, he's just backed off and let Lewis through. Now into 8th place. He'll be licking his lips with the sight in front of him. Ooh! Raikkonen not liking a bit of AMS at the moment. And he's really using all of his errs. He's down to 40% already, and it's only lap 2, Big C.
Yeah, well, let's keep on keep an eye on Raikkonen. You know, he's been banned several times for a reason, so I just want to see how he fend. That's why I wanted Raikkonen in this lobby, to see what he was capable of.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, Big C. Lee Finley has got the gap up to 1.5 seconds now, but Raikkonen all over the back of AMS. If he doesn't give AMS a bit of respect, AMS will chuck him out.
And it's good that Marquis is joined because it's about lap times rather than positions. So I think Odem's just get the sync done for Odems and he'll get it probably into a form sort of pace. But yeah, this is going to get juicy, isn't it, Cam? AMS versus Raikkonen with Paco just behind. Where did Paco start? Was he outside the top 10? So
yeah, Paco was 12th.
So
he's looking around the outside of Radion. I think it's Radion. I don't really know.
No, Blomshimon. This is
Blomshimon. Blomshimon. Oh, he's hit him. He's hit him. He's hit him. Get that man out the league.
Oh, dearie me. I mean, how can't you
he's rejoined and hit him. Oh, he's turned into him.
Yeah.
I've got it all. Get that man blacklisted again.
What is wrong with him?
Oh, he's got some issues. He's squeezed Lewis out there.
Yeah.
What's he doing? He's braking on the apex. He's got Chiff Chaff next to him now. This is not going to be pretty.
Chiff not going to back up. But yeah, Raikkonen. What's he playing at?
A man that thought he was changed. Someone's lost it up a Rouge. It's Lewis.
Yeah,
Lewis has lost it.
Lewis
and Paco. Oh, who cares? Get back to Chiff Chaff.
It's just a shame, you know, to see that sort of driving.
Yeah, exactly that. I think I said it earlier in the week. Lewis, maybe a quick driver, but I think he maybe needs to bide his time a little bit in F2, prove himself a little bit, because he's a bit inconsistent, and that's that showing it again, to be honest. But Chiff Chaff really pushing Raikkonen along now.
Yeah, that's Leon taps the back of Decky. So yeah, Raikkonen really is compromising, but luckily for AMS, he's escaped the vultures, the vulture.
Yeah, Sparks all over the back of Gamer, Big C. He was looking at it a few times now, and that man, he's got really good pace at the moment.
Yeah, so Raikkonen really wide, out of shape up P1, can Chiff Chaff go around the outside, and he does. And to be fair, Raikkonen deserves that.
That was not Chiff Chaff's fault.
No. So yeah, Raikkonen really doing a good job of ensuring he's going to be blacklisted once again. So I prefer, to be fair, I mean, he's actually banned technically, but it was just the evaluation race was to see if he's learnt his lesson. And Cam, has he learnt his lesson?
He hasn't. He's lost it again on a straight. So I don't know. He just wasn't very smart at all. Just looking at Sparks, no one seems to be really that close at the moment now. But I think the chat's popping off a little bit with what that man Raikkonen's just done.
Yeah, I do agree. So Lee Finley looks in a league of his own, but I think Sparks is just sitting in. It's just sitting in, getting Gamers sitting Gamers a lovely rear end. So yeah, lucky Sparks.
Yeah, exactly that. But Gamer still has nearly equal errs to Sparks, so he can't be saving it that much. Whereas Chiff Chaff saving it, all the other drivers saving it. Except from that man Raikkonen, he's got 40% as Lawmans picks up a 3-second time penalty, and Sparks is trying to go around the outside of Gamer. He's given him a bit of a squeeze there. He's got a sexy helmet, I've got to say, as does Sparks, and he's stayed in front. Here's Gamer.
Yeah, so good job from Gamer there to maintain the gap. But I thought Gamer, to be fair to him, would have a bit more pace in the race, but Lee Finley, what a man. 4 seconds clear already, Cam. Setting some blistering lap times. 47.5, then a 48.2. He just looks very assured and looks to be on his way back to F1. Cam, is Lee Finley your good mate?
Yeah, he's proving what he can do right now. I think the only question, Lee has always had the pace. It's just his wheel-to-wheel action. He's a very aggressive driver. Put him at the back of the pack. I'd like to see how he gets through this field. Hopefully he's changed a little bit, but he used to be very aggressive, and that's what used to pull him down a little bit.
Certainly so. So yeah, Sparks doing a really good job, probably the driver of the race so far. You know, he was F3 last season, and you know he's holding his own against Gamer, and obviously TTK Poving third in the F2 league last season.
Yep, exactly that. We're nearly near the pit window, Big C. So within this or next lap, I would see people starting to dart into the pits. The first person who I would think to be in would be Sparks, trying to get that undercut on Gamer and just getting away a little bit.
Yeah, and interesting to see in the
AMS.
other race that Ash Best has the net lead. So I think Fran's bottled it at some point.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, Fran's bottled it at some point.
Yeah, he's had massive issues. Two people in the pits at the moment is AMS and Decky, so we'll see where they come out. They've already going to get an undercut on everyone else. So AMS was in a net P6, I believe. See if he can game it anything on Chiff Chaff.
Yeah, be interesting to see what he can do.
Raikkonen within DRS of Lawman's now, so he's starting to come back a little bit, and I don't want to see any more of this man, while Gamer kind of spreads his legs a little bit on Sparks. So that man, I think, will be definitely into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, and it's good to see what 20 viewers on this stream and 17 on the other, so a combined 37 viewers is great. Once again, thank you for the support and subscribe to the PSGL channel. Every race from F1 to F7 and FP will be on this channel from F1 2019 onwards, 23rd of July. Get it in the diary.
Exactly that, Big C. Marquezes is now joined back, and he's kind of a little bit over the back of AMS, so hopefully he doesn't cause too many issues. Sparks picks up a 3-second time penalty. Leon's in the gravel trap, getting it all wavy, and now Lawmans is all over the back of him, and Raikkonen is coming too.
Yeah, as Shiftcraft runs wide as well, so I think these guys will be boxing for fresh rubber. These soft tyres are squealing while Lee Finley, 4 seconds clear, decides to pit. That man can just have a bit of a cup of tea. Obviously makes the pit stop, he's that far ahead. As Gamer, the beast, for the pits as Sparks was posing. They're all in, Cam. It's going to be a busy pit lane.
Yeah, they're all in. I'm surprised no one's actually tried to stay out another lap. Oh, here goes Leon. They're going to... All of these people in the pits, they're going to get held up a little bit. They do need to understand that. So they could actually be cost a position potentially through this. So kind of wise from Leon, I think. Obviously, Lee's in the pits as well, so he couldn't really pit. But if I was him, with this many amount of people in the pits, I would have stayed out.
And then where's AMS got to feed out in all this? He went for the undercut. So there's
Chiff
AMS,
Chaff.
and
He's
there's
jumped Chiff Chaff.
And there's Marquezes. Obviously, Odems is going to be going for the medium compound tire at this rate. But yeah, Chiff Chaff should be past his. Chiff Chaff and Marquezes have had a bit of funny beef, a few jokes in the chat. The F1 chat after Chiff Chaff's Austria win, because Chiff Chaff was giving it the big un about winning.
Lee Finley.
Sparks is ahead of Gamer as well.
Oh yeah, I did say he needed the undercut, and he's gone for the undercut. Lee Finley's now on the back of Scatter. Lee's just got to bide his time here. He doesn't have to do anything stupid. At the moment, he's got this in the bag. So as long as he keeps calm and goes past when he needs to go past, I think he shouldn't have a problem here, Big C.
Yep, I do agree. So yeah, we'll have to see Lee Finley's racecraft and see if he's finally learned his lesson.
Yeah, well, Scatter won't be pitting really too soon, so we will have to get past him. Not like he's going to box next lap. So hopefully he doesn't launch it. Oh,
yeah,
Chiff
and
Chaff.
Chiff Chaff Chiff Chaff has got the better grip, the better tyres, and good wheel-to-wheel racing from those two guys. Obviously, two of the dirtier drivers historically in PSGL at least.
Gamer's on the back of Sparks. Maybe he's going to sit in a bit now. They've taken their turn, and Gamer needs a bit of hers.
Yeah, he does have more rise than Sparks, which is interesting. But yeah, Lee Finley eyeing up the guy ahead as Raikkonen decides to stop from P5.
Yeah, he should come out around Lawman's, I'd think. Lee Finley's just gone for a bit of a cutback at turn 1, and I didn't think that was going to work out, and it hasn't. He's going to have to sit in Upper Rouge. Just hope that the tyres are all grippy by now, and oh, Scatter's nearly lost it a little bit. Lee Finley's going around the out. What is he doing? I said about his wheel-to-wheel racing, and that was a bit dodgy there. That could have ended in tears for Lee Finley.
Yeah, and maybe good news for the rest of the grid that Raikkonen had a 5-second penalty to serve.
Gamer!
So he's got well behind.
Around the outside. Oh, he's pushed him off. Oh, and he's pushed him off. Gamer thought, have a bit of that. You gave it to me, so you get it back. I like that from Gamer.
Yeah.
He's had a bit of a weave as well.
And yep, hello to Paris. It's Paris though. Paris is lobby 2. I've got the wrong stream up. Yeah, wrong stream up. There we go. Got the right comments on that. So yeah, I don't know what happened. Did Sparks run?
Oh, he's
Gamer
round.
or...
Scatter's round. Sorry, he's just lost it at. Oh, it could cause issues rejoining here. Hopefully, he just stays out the way. He's just lost it on. What's it? Puon there, all by himself. Disgraceful.
Yeah, interesting stuff. As Onyx says he's done in the chat for the other race, so maybe there's been a few bit of a jiggery pokery going on.
He is in 14th position. Ashbeth's still leading in that race from KB and Lambo. Francis is now.
Yes, Lambo.
Francis is miles back. Oh, Shift Chaff's around. He's had issue with Lawmans.
I think some of these drivers will be wanting another evaluation race because.
Basically, I'm not sure it's fair to give them another evaluation race.
No, I do agree. I do agree.
And now he's next to Raikkonen.
Oh yeah.
These two
want to see.
Stuck to the circuit like glue as Chiff Chaff goes for the switch back on Frizzo. Bless the poor guy. He said he was F5, you can really tell. As Lee Finley picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, a 3-second time penalty for Lee Finley, and Shift Chaff has been driving pretty poorly, to be honest. Not sure he's got a wheel issue.
No way is Raikkonen going to go side by side up a Rouge! Ooh.
No, I've got those. I don't know if Cliff Cap's got an issue because he's been really bad today. Right.
Yeah. Damages are on, so all this could get
his last up to 49.8, so it's 2 seconds. There's no way. There must be something wrong.
Maybe he's. I was going to say maybe he's got the equal car that I had in the realistic performance, but he's in Mercedes. That man's got no excuse.
Yep, very true. And Gamer got back ahead of Sparks. Did we miss that, or did we see that?
No, I got that. A little bit of elbows out there from Gamer, and he's now trying to just get that 1-second barrier so he can get that Sparks off his arse.
Yep, very true indeed. So, that Sparks, fantastic so far, to be fair to the young man. Only 14 years of age, but doing really well. And yeah, sticking him with one of the best talents over the years in Gamer.
Chiff Shaft's around again.
Yeah. I'll give him a little message.
See what he thinks has happened, Big C. As Lee Finney is now approaching Leon, his teammate. Obviously, they're not going to be teammates, and they're probably not best friends either. So I don't expect Leon to just be letting him through. Maybe he wants a little bit of a battle, but Lee Finley just needs to keep his head again and just be a little bit more cautious than last time, because he nearly absolutely sent it.
Yeah, flying from Cliff Cap was called Falcon, VGIA Falcon.
AMS is on the back of Lawmans, who Lawmans is on the back of Scatter now.
Yeah, and Cliff Cap says there was a wheel, his wheel fucks up, so I'm not too sure what went on with him. But anyway, Lee Finley for the lead of the Grand Prix.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Lee Finley flies past for the lead of the Grand Prix. Let's see what else we've got. Upper Rouge. Anything? Nothing.
No, things are settling down as AMS closes on Lawmans and Copton Scatter, formerly known as Mayhem Madness. And hello to Ushin. So hello to him. And QPR Beasts. QPR Beasts, the former. Oh, he's a PSGL legend. So hello to QPR Beasts. Your good friend. Obviously, you'll be seeing him maybe this weekend, Cam. Are you looking forward to that encounter? Oh,
Big C, a man of that stature. It's amazing, but Scatter at the moment, you were saying Mayhem Madness. I remember the man now. I couldn't think who he was, but I remember him. He hasn't had a stop yet, and he's falling quite a way down, so I think maybe this man is a bit rusty and needs a lower tier.
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, we just wanted to see what he could do. Obviously, you know, he had a good bit of history in the league, but clearly very rusty, and you know, he may be eyeing maybe an F3 or an F4 slot for him, as there's more yellow flags.
See, this corner was really causing me issues in practice as well. At the start of sector 3, people need to understand when the tyres get a bit of wear, you can't take that corner flat anymore, and people were just constantly hitting it. And now Raikkonen, he's hit the back of them. Great. He's not putting a good representation in for his name at the moment, Raikkonen, and we'll have to see how that goes down with the admins.
That we will indeed. In terms of the other races, Ashbest, KB, then BSR, Lambo. My boy Lambo doing amazing, which is great to see. And Bugatti, Cam, in P6. Quite a surprise there.
Yeah, he's on the soft compound tyres though, so he is a little bit quicker than everyone else around him.
But Little Blocks, P9.
Well,
AMS, what is that AMS? I don't know if you saw that, Cam, but
no, I didn't catch it. I saw the end.
he was going for the move, then goes back to half it. So AMS really isn't confident on those brakes without the ABS, the anti-lock brake system.
Yeah, he isn't locking up at all. I think he's a bit scared to lock up. Like, he thinks that he's going to be losing a lot of time through the lockups when it's really not that way. Sometimes you can rotate the car even with the lockups. Oh, look at that, naive.
Who on board with?
I'm on board with Lewis or Kurt. Either or.
Yeah, so when Lewis pits, it'd be interesting where he comes out. Would it be near the danger man, right?
Yeah, I'm just having a little look now. So Lewis has got 6 seconds off the lead, so he's going to come out, blah blah. Let's think 25 seconds. He should come out P11, just in front of Paco.
Yeah. AMS, where's AMS?
Around the
AMS
outside.
around the outside. Oh no, is it going to be more naivety? Oh, Mayhem squeezes him slightly, but I think AMS will get the job done, finally. And he does, Cam.
Yeah, better on the brakes with the fresh rubber in the end, and he did have to fight for that one, AMS, and I think Scatto could get him back up a Rouge.
Yeah, and I have to agree with Hulk in the chat. AMS did say he thought he'd be around F3 pace, but I think his pace and performance has been better than expected, to be honest.
Yes, I think looking at AMS at the moment, he could really maybe sneak into F1, a bit of F2. We'll just have to see, really, with everyone else. But yeah, Scatter's going to get him back now completely, and he's going to have another. Oh,
he's out of juice. He's out of juice.
Oh, surely the DRS is going to help him enough around the outside.
Block him off. Yeah.
Yeah. Good defending from AMS.
Yeah, I agree profusely. So, anything else going on further back? Not really.
No,
so...
Lewis is really struggling, and that man's out. He knows his PSGL career's over, so he's left.
Well, can't say I'm too surprised. So, good rinse.
Lewis is really hitting the curbs, and his mediums will feel quite second best right now. I think he needs to stay off them. He's getting lots of oversteer, so I wouldn't be too surprised if it's not long till he's in the pits, to be honest.
Yeah, and in the other race, Bugatti's about to overtake Francis.
Yeah, I think Bugatti had the better strategy personally. He wasn't quick in qualifying, and he wasn't that quick in the other races we've done. So maybe Belgium's a good track for him. The alternative strategy maybe helped him as well, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, we will have to see indeed. So, what can anyone catch Lee Finley? But no, Lee Finley is a 48.7. Getting the best 48.2 as Lewis pits from quite early there, Cam, to be honest.
Yeah, but he was really struggling on the tyres, and he's gone onto the hards. He's got a 5-second stop go as well. I don't know what this man's been up to, but this is not the evaluation race he would be looking for.
No, certainly not. He was looking for F1, but I don't think the performance has been quite there. In Austria, he was very impressive, but no ABS now and a completely different circuit. It's challenging, and he's against top talent.
Yeah, Austria obviously 7 corners really. So bloody hell! Decky and oh! What are they doing? He's weaving with the DRS open.
Yeah, interesting driving there, and yeah.
I think that will be noted by the stewards.
So yeah, game is closing on. Compared to Leon, he's had quite a good stint. He's just stayed out of trouble, so I think Leon will benefit. As there's yellow flag.
Oh, he's off. It's the Ferrari of Scatter. He's just, I don't know if it was anything to do with Decky, but he was in the grass. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and LR Lewis is that laggy person from F4 last season. And yes, CPI Lewis, there's spaces on Saturday and Sunday if your wrist is playing up. Then yeah, Saturday and
yeah.
Sunday there's spaces. Saturday could do with filling up, to be honest. But yeah, Sunday as well, we'll have 2 lobbies. So yeah, if anyone feels they need another race, then they can. But obviously, I think priority will be given to people who've delivered on their first race in terms of the F1 league and the better leagues.
Oh, Gamer! Gamer's hit the back of Leon a little bit there, and Leon's just came into the pits, and Gamer locked up the fronts incredibly. And still, Big C, I think we're underestimating the job that Sparks has done right now. He's sitting pretty in P3, and that man is actually proving himself to be an F2, maybe even F1 driver next season.
Yeah, I do agree. Profuse Lee Cameron.
With a bit of Lee Finley at the front, he's still commanding this lead every lap. He just pulls out that little bit more of a margin over Gamer, who is... Oh, where did he finish last season? He was very high up. I think in the top 5, am I right, Big C?
Who, in the championship, yeah, Gamer finished 3rd overall. Didn't really have the pace like myself, but we were consistent and got maybe 8 podiums between us that season.
Yeah, very impressive. The game in Paco now on the back of Scatter, and his wheel-to-wheel racing has been questionable, but he just lets the Williams go past here. He's got the inside line, and it'll be super easy to do.
Yep, I do agree with that. So it is Lee Finley, 5.6 clear of Gamer, the best. That's Sparks 2 seconds behind with TTG Poe doing quite a solid job in fourth. AMS, to be fair, has done pretty well. It's 5th with Decky in 6th. Leon on fresh hards in 7th. So Leon really will be wanting to be one of the fastest man on track now, can you think, on those fresh hard tyres? You know, we've seen some very strong lap times from Leon now, I think.
Yeah, he's gone a little bit under the radar. Obviously, people like Lewis have done the same strategy as him, and Leon is 5-6 seconds up the road, so a very good stint from him, and now he'll be looking to push on.
He certainly will. So yeah, things have settled down in this race.
Yeah, Marquisi's actually the man that lagged out, and he's made a stop and all. He's nearly just about to overtake 9th position, sorry, and he's within the top 10 at the moment. So a little bit of a comeback for Marquisi's, but obviously not what he would be looking for. Here he goes. Let's see what he does, because he's a bit of a hothead at times, but he just sticks behind at the moment. Very mature from a man of his age. And now he just looks for the better exit. Yeah, he'll have to wait till Upper Rouge, so I can't be bothered to wait for that.
What else is going on, Cam, that we can watch instead?
Lewis. A bit of Lewis. He's got him on the exit, and surely Lewis is going to get a double toe here. He could be in an amazing position to get the double overtake done. Dusted.
The double DRS.
Oh!
Yeah.
A bit in
Mayhem
a rush.
was very slow. Mayhem was so slow though.
Was he?
Yeah.
Look at this. He's got the DRS. He's pulling to the outside. Got a break later. Ooh! Squeezes him to the inside a bit. And he's completed the move there. Marquise is going to get a bit of a switchback line. No, that's it. Done, dusted for LR Lewis.
Yeah, sexy move. Sexy move.
Exactly that. He's a little bit behind Gaming Paco, 3 seconds, so he'll be hoping to catch that up by the end of the race.
Yeah, certainly will on those fresh hard tyres. Leon also will be looking to catch Decky, with Decky slightly closing in on AMS.
Bugatti is going for the move on the final lap for P3. Ooh, Jake attacks behind, and very dirty driving from KB. I think you need to flash your eyes at your screen, Big C, because it's very...
I'll have a look after the R-Race, Cam.
It's
R-Race has died a little bit.
No, it's still alive as Jake attacks go down the inside of Powan. Oh, a Bugatti switchbacked him. Oh, it's amazing. I should have been in that lobby.
So that lobby looks like the better lobby, but we did lose Abiadon, Louis, and Rafa from this one, so...
Yeah, a bit of juice in the other lobby, to be honest, but we never know. It could come to us at the end of the race. We've still got 7 laps to go in this race. It all settling down a little bit. Decky seems to be catching AMS, and Leon not really making inroads on Decky though, which is quite surprising in my opinion.
Yep, I do agree. So Leon picks up a time penalty. Decky slowly closing in on AMS. So obviously, you know, the position is not what matters. is about the lap times. Even if you're in 12th, if you're setting good times similar to the likes of Gamer and Lee Finley, that's good news.
Yeah, that's what Marquez's will be thinking at the moment. He just needs to get to the lap times in. He's proven himself last season in F1 a little bit, and I'm sure his lap times will be good enough to enter that top tier again.
Yep, I do agree. So yeah, the race is dying down, but it's been action-packed. We've seen some things we never want to see ever again, and hopefully we can ensure that never does happen again in our leagues.
Yeah, I think he'll be the driver will be unnamed, and he'll be loving these final 7 laps because he'll never be seen again. Oh wait, he's not even in the lobby.
So yeah, Lee Finley doing a great job, but Gamer really stretching his out, opening his legs in second place over Spox. But Spox is holding his own over TCG Po and obviously AMS. So far so good for those guys, while Marquez is staying with Lulu.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the drivers now, and obviously some experienced names still doing a very solid job. A few fresh names maybe doing really well as well, but obviously you need to think about for the top tier that they need to be consistently good, and these experienced drivers that are still performing at their old age could maybe get the look in over some fresh young talent that maybe is just a bit too inconsistent.
Yeah, very true indeed. So Decky's now within the DRS range. Decky was really, a lot of these drivers were really compromised by Raikkonen's driving in the first stint. So Decky's recovering well, and this hard stint will be crucial to see whether he can get into F1 or not.
Yeah, exactly that. You said about Francis in the other lobby. He's now finished the race in P7.
And that man had the net lead in the Grand Prix at some one point, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly that. Marquez has gone back on Lewis and got the job done. So Lewis on his fresh tyres obviously doesn't have the pace.
Yeah, certainly.
Just looking at Decky now.
Leon really struggled out there. Obviously, we'll be able to compare the times to F2 sort of drivers, F3 drivers, and F4 drivers. So the result might look good, but it's what those lap times at the end of the day. We'll have to do some deep analysis late into the night.
Yeah, exactly that. You say about people having clean runs, Big C. I think the drivers within the top 4 have had very clean runs, to be honest. Nothing to really battle for. I think AMS is the first driver that I feel's kind of got compromised a little bit maybe in the race.
Yep, I do agree. I think Raikkonen definitely held the drivers up. But I think this hard stint, I think drivers have a lot more clean laps. The second stint probably is even more important than the soft stint, because with a nice clear run of it. But yeah, Decky definitely looks the faster out of these two guys. With Leon really struggling to close in on those fresh tyres. His hard tyres have done 3 laps. Decky and AMS have done 11. Yeah, obviously they're hard tyres, but still, there'll be a performance advantage.
Yeah, exactly that. But Lewis as well isn't really gaining anything at all on Paco. Losing time to Marquez's, if anything, and he's in the exact same position.
Yeah, that is very true indeed. So yeah, leafing up to 6 seconds and driving beautifully this evening, but Lewis and Marquez up close, and obviously Decky and AMS. Decky very quick, although Rouge using no errors. AMS was using errors, so I think Decky will not be able to stay in a slipstream as he opens his DRS cam.
Yeah, looking to the outside. We've seen this move so many times. I think he's going to complete it before he slaps on the brakes. And AMS is coming back at him on the brakes. Little bit of contact there. AMS did not want to give in. But Decky gets the move done, and now interestingly the gap is 9.3 seconds. He's obviously not going to catch Poe, but I just want to see if that man can gain a bit of time on the front 4 drivers.
Yeah, but interesting to see what Decky can do now. He's been unleashed, but yeah, I think there was a clean move from Decky. He had the line, he had the high ground, and AMS was just hung out to dry, and luckily didn't spin out.
A vulture that just wanted to cling on for dear life, just like he's clinging onto his F1 seat right now. He just shoved his nose in there and just hoped he could get a little bit back. But Lewis still following Marquez's. Paco, nothing, just nothing, and Leon is still losing time. But maybe Leon could gain onto AMS by the end of the race, but I'm not too sure. Obviously, the fresher tyres will start coming into effect in the next 2 laps, I think.
Right, very true, very true. And from complimenting Lordy for his commentary on the last lap, so I look forward to watching that this evening. But yeah, lap 18 of 22, it's the F1 shootout night, and Lee Finley looks to be back on his way to the F1 League. Tej Sheeran, our retired commentators, will be loving the sound of that, if they ever tune in the future. Lee was a big, he offered a lot to the league, very funny laps during qualifying when he was the star driver. So perhaps Lee Finley can maybe not be a joker driver, but really be a man who can challenge for wins and maybe even the title.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, the pad is looking very good on this game. That man is on the pad, and it's only looking good for Lee Finley right now. Obviously, a patch coming out in the next few weeks, so we'll have to see what happens then. Maybe it could hinder some people, but nothing right now is hindering that man, Lee Finley.
Yeah. So Decky's beginning to close slightly on Poe, but AMS has managed to cling on to DRS. So I think this is good for AMS actually, because cling on, sit in, get the airs back, and set some fast lap times with DRS.
He just wants to enhance his reputation, and if getting better lap times makes him an F1, this is how you do it.
Yeah, I do agree profusely. So yeah, AMS sitting in, enjoying the Dacia and DRS of Decky. But let's see, who else can we talk about?
Leon's lost it. Leon's lost it.
What a joke.
Puon.
What a man. Puon, so he's down to P8. Yeah. Leon really struggling out there this evening. It's not a track that he's too suited to. His best lap was a 48.1 on fresh.
Not very good at all. But I think you've got to look at his results of last season and take this with a bit of a pinch of salt, as Marquez's and Lewis are now starting to gain onto Leon, and maybe they could get him by the end of this race. Ooh!
Yep.
Lewis is down the inside of Marquez's. Oh, he's completed that move, and now he's got Leon in front of him. They both pitted around the same time, and this could be a bit of juice at the end of the race. Paco, Leon, Lewis, Marquez's. Let's see how this turns out, Big C.
Yeah, that's what you want. Some juices. People to unleash their juices. These electrical juices you can use to overtake fun. So what can Lewis do? Very slow out of less source compared to Odem's, with Leon also getting a good exit.
Yeah, obviously the drivers in front have got less juice than the ones behind, so Lewis is looking in a healthy position. Hopefully Odems doesn't get him here, but Leon's a sitting duck. Oh my god, what wings is that man running as Leon dives it down the inside? I meant Lewis, forget about that, around the outside, 3 abreast nearly, and Lewis completes. Oh no. Bless that man, cling on to DRS, and he could come back at the end of this race and hopefully get back at them. But now Lewis will be licking his lips as he sees the gaming Paco in front of him.
Yeah. So yeah, Leon, a broken man.
Yeah.
A broken man.
Exactly
and,
that.
Yeah, flying from after agree, Lordy and Cam would be the best commentary pairing for F1, but obviously Cam's looking to join F1, so unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen, most likely.
Leon's in the gravel. Oh no, that man, it just goes from worse to worse. Oh my god, Leon, it's a race to forget. Hits the gravel, and he's just lost even more time as Lewis breaks the DRS from Marquez's.
Yep, and yeah, hello, good evening to Jake Texan Ace. You have to sign up to our forum, so I'll just give you the link to our forum, and you just got to sign up to our site. And yeah, unfortunately the sign-ups are closed, but I guess we could always make a bit of an exception if I'm feeling nice in the morning.
This man, Big C, he wakes up very early. He'll be very nice in the morning. Butter him up, and he'll let you in. It's a bit of a stale Dale race now.
Yeah, a stale Dale ahead to Louis Welsh, who couldn't come on and race this evening in this lobby because Mr. Welsh has banned him from the PS4. So, a shame for Louis.
Yeah, high caliber driver of Louis' standard. I can only see him being in one place, Big C, and that's PSGL F1 up there with Lee Finley right now. I'd really like to have seen what those two could have done against each other tonight, but obviously I won't see it.
Yep, I do agree. It would have been very juicy. And Jay says he had a very fun race and he did 2 stop to enjoy, to avoid battling Francis and KB. So strong words there from Jay.
Yeah, exactly that. I just want to rewind maybe 5 laps. Sparks is now gaining a little bit on Gamer, if anything, and the young man is really impressing from F4. He's hunting down Gamer the best. This is something that I have not seen in a while. Fresh talent coming through, and he is setting himself up nicely when it comes to placements next Monday.
Yeah, very true, very true. And obviously the commentary arrangements for next season will indeed be announced shortly after the placements. We're just conferring and fine-tuning a few deals and contacts. So, you know, it's just a work in progress on the leagues. But yeah, we'll be announcing the commentary arrangements after the placements, because obviously if drivers doing certain leagues, they can't commentate, you know, when the same league's on, or vice versa, you know what I mean. So, we'll see.
Yeah, back to the action. Decky still gaining on Poe, little by little, so putting a bit of a statement out there. He obviously did have the pace, but caught up behind Raikkonen after a little poor qualifying where he bottled his final lap, and just showing what he's about, really.
Yep, certainly. So Lee Finney's cap's now up to 8.1 seconds. It reminds me of your race cam, Lee Finney, Blizzard, and Gamer being yourself.
I think I had a bit more of a gap than what Gamer has to Mr. CC Brain.
Yes, good old Cornelius will be watching on, worrying whether he's in the top 20. Would you put him in the top 20, Cam, after what you've seen so far?
I don't want to say I would or I wouldn't, Big C, but all I'm saying is a 43.3 qualifying lap does not look good after this session tonight. So we'll have to see. That man obviously got a lot of experience and gets results.
It does indeed. So Lee Finney 2 seconds up in the middle sector, pushing for the fastest lap, Cam, and I'm just going to take this opportunity while I remember to get the race director. So if you could take us through the final lap while I just get the race director from every driver. As Lee sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, which was a 46.9, so we'll get that extra point, Cal.
Yeah, we'll get the extra point. Will that be a thing next season?
Yeah, it is. Like the real F1, if you finish in the top 10 and set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, you will get the fastest lap point, extra point. So you get 17 points.
Did he just set it?
Yeah, 46.9.
Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. Where's the yellow flag? The Marjorie came in.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I carried on speaking.
Exactly. A second faster than Game of the Best, that man Lee Finley. He's waving to the fans. The Scotsman must have some Belgium links in him, because this man has conquered the circuit tonight. Over a second quicker, and he's got a 9-second gap to Game of the Best. This man has secured his spot, in my opinion.
Yeah, very impressive. But Cam, we'll see. This time next week, the placements will be out. So, you know, we never know what might happen. But yeah, Lee Finley certainly will be one of the is probably the star performer. I'd be interested to see how his race time compares to Blizzard. But I think Lee's probably is going to be a little bit faster, just in my opinion, from some of the times I've been seeing.
Yeah, potentially. I'm going to get the race time up now, Big C, to see what it says come the end of the race. But Lee Finley, now, he's got 2 corners to go before he finishes his evaluation race for PSGL. Some people thought his sign-up was a little bit of a joke, but this man, Lee Finley, had the utmost confidence in himself as he goes past the final corner. That man, Lee Finley, wins the evaluation race here in Belgium.
Yeah, great effort. As Gamer is 6 cents up on the final lap, so is Gamer going for the fastest lap. Oh, he does it! He does it! He does a 0.9. Gamer, the best. Misses out of the fastest lap. Only just. What a lap from Gamer, that. A 9.81, whilst Lee Finney was a 9.27. So what a lap from Gamer there.
Yeah.
All his to have one last go.
Proving his point a little bit there, that he did have it in the tank. Maybe he just didn't feel like he could get onto the end of him. So what was the point in him pushing? He brung the car home and would have got a solid 18 points.
Yeah, so it's Poe in fourth, behind Spox, who perhaps I think Spox is my star of the day. Decky in fifth. AMS did very well, to be fair to him, in sixth. Lewis will be hoping for more in seventh. Marquis, he's disconnected, but I think his pace was strong enough and did a bit of a weird strategy. Couldn't quite long on those mediums in eighth. Leon, very disappointing. Cam in ninth, with Gap Paco rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, Leon was really disappointing in my opinion. Obviously Marquis, he's done a weird strategy, but he's still got home in P8. A car's binned it on the final lap. The Renault, bless him, the F5 lad. Don't worry, lad, bring it home. I think if every tier was Racing Line only, he'd maybe be a little bit higher up than he is, but still a good effort from Frizzo himself.
Yeah, and obviously Raikkonen and Cliffshaft failed to make the checkered flag. Cliffshaft said he had a few wheel issues, and to be honest, Cliffshaft's pace was pretty horrendous compared to what I've seen in Austria and
Yeah.
other times I've seen him on the game. While Raikkonen, the less said about him, I think the better.
Yeah, Chifshaft's PV of 46.8 really isn't impressive compared to everyone else. But that's it, rounded off there. Lee Finley is your winner today in the Belgium Grand Prix.
Yeah, so I think that wraps things up, Cam. Obviously, thanks for joining me. We'll be back on Thursday night. I'll be back with maybe Licker or someone else for the Thursday evaluation races. We've got 4 more evaluation races left. Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, with the placements being announced hopefully on Monday evening should everything go to plan. So yeah, thanks Cam, and yeah, it's been a great race.
Yeah, thank you.